there. So, well, we will try to. No questions today because I won't hear it. I just write them down. Okay, and I can read them. Okay, so we're going now to the countryside, going for this. See, look to the left here, can you see the fat man hanging there between the two pink columns on the other side of the river? Just through the trees, you can see a little bit. That was a very popular pavilion as well during this Expo in 1992. That was the cruise camp. They were giving free beer over there. Some of the queues were so, I mean, never-ending queues. For instance, we were so silly because you were queuing like for 2 hours. That Trafalgar has been doing now for, this is the 4th year that, or the 5th actually, that we got these Be My Guest dinners here, which it's something that the CEO, he wanted it to be something different, something more authentic, more exclusive probably, and than going just to a restaurant and have the food and so on. So that's what we're going to be doing, and they do it actually in all different countries around Europe. We go to different places which are always homes of people, families living there. Yeah, and then okay, so of course we need big places for having 40 of us, even 50, or 52 sometimes. That's the number of guests that we have sometimes in our groups. And see to the left, you see there's a in this area here you will see 3 round buildings. Over there again on the other side of the river in the Carthusian island. So that was the only hotel inside the island during the Expo in 1992, the Barceló Renacimiento, and still nowadays is the only one inside there. Very good, it's a 4-star hotel, very good one. And then next to it you're going to see a building there with something written in green. What is written there is High Performance Training Center. So here, oh my God, wonderful! Oh my God! Ole Jesús! Ole Jesús! Oh my God, what a relief! Wow! We see again the bridge, the Viagra Bridge, this Alamillo Bridge, very popular. No, so I was telling you, see, rowers from all around the world, professionals, people that go to the Olympic Games, they come here to train in the river. So many of those that you see rowing in those long canoes, like the Olympics, so those are probably pros, most of them. They are training here. It's very popular around the world this place for training for these people. Okay, so anyways, as I was telling you, so big places, that's what we need. Of course, we couldn't go to an apartment to have dinner in terms of visiting a family. So big places, and normally these big places are outside the cities. Of course, a place like the one we are going today, forget about having it in a big city. First of all, because of the property that they have, but even the building itself is the house, the construction itself is so big. I mean, if you had it here in Seville, that would be a palace. Here, something similar. Only a few people have got palaces here. One of those is the Duchess of Alba. She lives in the Palace of Lydia. Well, she used to live. She passed away a year ago, more or less. And but the palace is still here, of course, now belonging to his older son, who is now the Duke of Alba. These people, to give you an idea, they are this is now him. He's the person with more Nobel titles in the whole world. He's about 65 years old, and of course he inherited it from the family, from his mother, the Duchess, Cayetana was her name, and the titles nowadays, they're not really that important. The Nobel titles here today, any of you could be a marquis or a duke. You just get in internet and you look Nobel titles for sale. You buy them for 50 euros or something. You can get a noble title. So you could be Marquis or whatever. Of course, nowadays this is absolutely irrelevant. But in the past, these noble titles like Count, Marquis, etc., they were given to the people, to the nobles, to these people by the kings. And those titles used to have with them properties, some power, and so on. But nowadays it's irrelevant. I tell you, anybody, you need to pay a maintenance for that. You need to pay a tax every year for that title. So nobody wants them. It's just okay, so anyways, today we're going to this, outside Seville. We're going about 45 minutes away here, and to a farm. The farm here, where you find we will find this family here, where they produce their own olive oil. So it's beautiful because we're going to see the olive trees, we're going to see the installations as well, and of course we're going to know from them directly how they do it. We're going to learn much more about the olive oil today. After today, believe me, you will know how to buy a good extra virgin olive oil, because it's not enough just reading the label extra virgin olive oil. There's a few more things that you should keep in mind when you buy the olive oil in order to get the best one. So today we're going to learn that. You will learn how to, but you will see. It's a very, very nice and very it's a good lesson that we'll get today about the olive oil, which is, of course, one is Juan, who is the man living there with his wife, and then we got the rest of the family, their daughter, her husband, Isaac, so they just work there, but since they got married and they have babies and everything, so well, those babies are big now, like 5, 6, 7 years old, but so they moved from the house, and they got their own house, but they still go there every day because everybody in the family, they work in the same place, in this small olive oil farm. Okay, so it will be Isaac, the son-in-law of the owner of this hacienda or this farm, who will show us around. He will tell us a little bit about what they do, because it's a special olive oil they produce here. Normally the harvest for the olives, for producing the olive oil, is done in the month of January. So the difference and that's where you see most of the olive oil that you see in the shops, supermarkets, everywhere. So it comes from those olives. The reason for doing the harvest in January is that the olive is bigger, is more mature, and they can get more olive oil from it. We are going also to the countryside here. This is how people used to live before the late 50s. It was there was nothing to do in the big cities. No work. Many of the districts were destroyed, abandoned after the Civil War. So the action was going on in the countryside. So as soon, of course, as the country started to develop, so everybody started moving again back to the cities, and the population in the cities started to grow dramatically. But some people stayed in the countryside, and they continued with their life there. And this is the case of the family that we're going to visit today. The way here, some nurseries also selling the olive trees. You will see they are in flower pots. Those that they are in those big flower pots are for sale. Some of them really old. The olive tree lives forever. There's some olive trees around the peninsula and in Greece as well, that we are talking about in the islands, also in Ibiza, Mallorca. We are talking about 1500, 1700 years old. A tree, and still there with a huge trunk. These countryside houses, like the one where we are going, you can call them Hacienda or cortijo. But always these country houses, they must have a courtyard minimum. Some of them have 2 courtyards, and well, in this case, the courtyard, the main courtyard that they have, it's in the house itself. I mean, where they live, and it's called the courtyard of the pantry, because they got a pantry in the middle. They used to have a much bigger one, but it got a disease or something, and they had to chop it off. So they got a new one now, which is growing. It's growing. See the horses on the right? I live there. Of course, if you live in Seville downtown, in an apartment, so you need to leave your horse somewhere. So you just pay a fee every month here, which is probably about 100. I don't know. I don't have a horse, but probably a couple of €100 a month or something. I got 5, and I got them in my palace. In the apartment. But actually, there are some apartments in Madrid. They were given, like those ones we saw outside Tangiers, very, very cheap for families that didn't have much money. And you could see some goats, you know, in the apartment inside. Yeah, there were some gypsy families. They had those goats living with them in the apartment, in the 5th floor or something. You could see the head of the goat looking through the window there. Because you know, a way of making a life in the old times, the gypsies, they had a chair, a goat, and a piano, you know, an electric keyboard. Yeah, so they played the music, and the goat used to get it on the chair, you know, and then stay there. They did it in the street for making some money. So they had the goat living with them. There were 2 or 3 in a condominium there. Nothing. Yeah,
oh, good, no.
Nada.
Sí, sigue adelante, hacia el ministro Carla.
Brand new, I mean, from the just for a few hours by bike. The polo. It's very, very good. Dos. Sí, claro, cuando quiera. For friend here, Isaac. Isaac. Hola. Nice to meet you. Hola. Excellent Spanish.
Estás pasando por los olivos, estás ya a unos 600 metros, a unos 500, más menos, a 300 metros te vas a encontrar.
But it's good for the olives. Well, I think it's not good for anything.
For the ice cream.
For the ice cream business. En mes de agosto.
Bueno, vamos ahí entonces.
Ladies, come closer.
Ladies.
Yes. Welcome to our hacienda. This place was built in 1794, 1795. It's one of the last haciendas we have in the province of Seville. The haciendas were the old and traditional farms with olive trees and a mill to press the olives. So we still produce olive oil, and we still has the same job than people who grow this place 2 centuries ago. Okay. The family bought the place 1 century later, and we are growing olive trees and producing olive oil for 125 years now, 4 generations. Well, sorry, growing olive trees, not producing oil, because in the old days we had here a different variety of tree, and we were growing olives for eating, for the table. 25 years ago, we changed the business. Okay, we changed the trees, we planted a new variety, and we started producing our own olive oil here. It's not a day for the long explanation about olive oil. Okay, you are here to enjoy the place, a dinner, and to have a relaxing time with us. But I would like to share with you in 5 minutes 2, 3, 4 secrets about producing and buying a high quality extra virgin olive oil. I want to show you the mill. It's a very interesting place to see the machines and to see the tanks where we keep the oil. At the end, I have a room to show you how to smell the oil. Smelling the oil is the only way we have to know if the olive oil is extra virgin or not. So if you learn to smell olive oil, you will be able to go to the shop, open any bottle of olive oil, checking if it's extra virgin or not, okay? Are you ready? Yes. I think it's more practical if we leave the glass here on the table, okay?
I think so. Ah, got it.
I'm in Australia too. Yeah, I need a distribution point in Australia. So we have business here. This is the mill. This is the olive oil mill. Family mill. We press here around 10,000 kilos per day. The harvest time for us is October and November. If you come back here in October, you will see all the trees plenty of green olives. The olives are still green in October, but they start ripening in November. So, and what they start changing color, turning into purple in November, and they get black in Christmas. Okay, they change color because of this maturation process. What's the difference between green and black? The green olives, well, you need to press more olive when the olives are green to get 1 liter of olive oil. Around 13, 14 or 50 kilos of olive to have 1 liter in October. But the quality of the oil is excellent. Excellent. If you wait till Christmas, only pressing 4 or 5 kilos, you have 1 liter. 13, 14, 15 kilos in October, 4 or 5 kilos in Christmas to get the same oil. But the quality in Christmas, when the olives are black, is very low. After November, the olives lose most of their aromas, flavors, phenolic elements, benefit for our health, everything. So if you wait too late, you have more oil, less quality. If you pick your olives earlier, you have less oil, excellent quality. So our most busy period of time here is October and November. Okay? I want to show you how we pick the olive, for example. Any olive oil mill has 3 rooms. The reception area, we have another room outside behind the wall. This one you see on the TV. The extraction area is place. And we have another room with the tanks and deposits to keep the oil in very good conditions. Okay? This is the most important place for us, the extraction area. Yes, I know, I have to buy a big screen. Any part of the olives to the oxygen, you lose all the aromas and flavors. So hand picking is the best system. I think it's the idea. What's the problem? Hey guys, we have 6,000 trees here. And we have to pick the olives in 4 or 5 weeks. October and November, because time goes by, the olives start ripening, and the risk to lose aromas and flavors is really high. So, hand picking is not practical. It takes 2 hours picking one of those trees, 20, 21 years old trees. You never finish. Okay, so we have a different system here. It's a vibration system. We have a tractor ride with 2 clamps. We clamp the trunk, okay? And then we shake it. Look. 3, 2, 1. We put a lot of nets around the trees, and then the olives fall off. When you pick the olives so early, it's not very easy to separate the olives from the tree. Maybe you you get it 70-75%, 80%. So we have 2 or 3 guys with a long range. It's like a cone. Even we call it electric cone. Huh? So they shake the branches, the exterior branches, where the tree is shaped. Okay. 20-25 seconds. 20-25-30 seconds per tree. It's perfect. It's fast, it's clean. It's very important don't move it, don't walking on the olives, okay? When you are shaking branches with the rakes. And then when you have the olives on the net, the olives from 6, 7, 8 trees maybe, then we pick up the olives and we bring the olives to the factory. This place.
Alright.
This is the next secret. Pressing the olives on the same day. On the same day. And if you can do it immediately, your olive oil will be more fresh and aromatic. If you store as the olives, okay? You have a big deposit of those, then you put the olives, you go to have lunch, siesta, you come back in the afternoon, okay? When you press the olives 6-7 hours later, the olives are now so fresh and healthy as you press the olives immediately. This is a fight against time, okay?
So you complete the harvest before you press, or will you do it in sections of the... Will you complete the harvest, the entire harvest, and then press, or will you go in sections?
Very good question. One of the secrets, Basilippo, any high quality olive oil is picking the olives that you, every day you have to pick the olives that you can press every day. Our mill has capacity for 9-10,000 kilos. I can pick 20,000 kilos, 30,000 kilos. I can pick all the olives in one day if I want. But I don't have capacity to press, to break, to mill the olives in one day. So I have to store it. If I store the olives will be fermented. When I press the olives, next day, second day, third day, the quality is low.
When do you know actually how to pick, if you're picking fruit, you can measure the sugar in it. How can you tell when to actually pick the olive?
Sorry?
When do you know to exactly, so you might pick in October, so when would you know exactly?
Last week in November, we start picking some kilos from different areas. September, sorry, last week in September. When we see, we have a machine to do like a micro milling. When we check that the olive have around 50% 44 inside, that's the moment to start. And we see that the smells are ready. Because sometimes, if you pick more early than you have to do it, these smells are not ready. Maybe your olive oil is too woody and green. Okay? So you have to start in this perfect time. Perfect time for us is when the olive oil, when the olives have around 59% of oil, and smells start becoming fruity, green, and grassy smells. Okay? Well, we have a machine to clean, to separate the leaves, the olives. This is November, look, 2 weeks later. This is the olive we sell and we produce in November. And, well, the rest of the process is really simple. We have a machine outside, steel machine with 18 hammers inside, to crush and to break the olives. We crush, we mill, we break everything, the pit, the pulp, and the skin of the olives, all together. Then we have like a paste. We put the paste here, this big machine. This machine has a few blades inside. We shake the pulp, we move, we make the, yes, it's like shaking, it's like a milk shake. We shake, we move the pulp, and the oil is coming off from the bottom. We have to do everything below 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the secret. Pressing the olives below 80. If you overheat the process, all the smells disappears with the heat. Have you ever seen the expression cold press?
Yes, yes.
This is cold press. We call it now cold extraction. But cold press is the same. Okay? Extracting the oil below 80 to hold the aromas and taste in the oil.
How do you maintain the temperature?
All the machines you see here, they have a circle of water, cooling water outside.
So you have the chiller?
Chiller, yeah. Is there cold water when this
Right.
surrounding?
Okay? And if you can, you try to keep the place cool. Okay, like now. That is very important to control the temperature. Well, when we have the oil and the pulp, we put everything here. This is a centrifuge machine, a spinner, to separate the pulp. This is the exit for the pulp, and the oil is going outside. Then we pump the oil to those 3 tanks you see in the car. We put the oil here for 24-36 hours. We try to settle the last settings of the olives here, dry sedimentation. After 2 days, we put the oil in the tanks. Follow me, I want to show you the setup. Well, we keep the oil in steel tanks with air cooling, opaque tanks, and nitrogen in the tanks. Okay? The extra virgin olive oil is not wine. It's not like wine. Wine can be improved with the age. Olive oil never improves. It's a very fragile juice. It's one of the healthiest products on the planet, but it's really fragile. So if you want to hold the quality, the aromas, the taste for a long time, you have to keep it dark. Dark, okay? As you see, we sell the oil in black bottles or cans, tins. This is perfect, and this one is excellent. If you don't have any option, and you have to buy the oil in a clear bottle, do it, but don't forget to keep it dark at home, okay? And if you find something like this, sure that the oil is a little more fresh than the oil in the clear bottles, okay? Never leave your bottle open. Use it, dress your salad and everything, and don't forget to close again. Okay? If you leave the oil exposed to the oxygen, you lose the aromas and flavors very quick. And try to keep it cool. Not cold, but cool. Fresh. The fridge is not bad, okay? You can put the oil in the fridge, no problem. No problem for the oil. It's excellent for the quality. But it's becoming solid.
Yeah, it condenses, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a practical
When
problem.
homemade olives and you
Okay.
use the olive oil, condenses on top, yeah.
Okay? When it's solid, it's not that's the problem, but it's good.
You have to wait for the
Fridge is good. Even I have always one of my bottles in the fridge. Why? Because this is a really warm place. My kitchen is a little hot. So I have always one of my bottles in the fridge. Of course, you have to remember 1 hour before you use it, taking out from the fridge. Then it's liquid again, you can use it, then you can put it again in the fridge after you finish.
And
Okay?
it doesn't harm the oil in and out like that? It doesn't harm it, you know? That it doesn't.
Nothing.
Okay.
Of course, it's not possible to freeze the oil forever. Okay? After 2 years, any olive oil will be turning into rancid slowly. 2 years. It's a juice, fresh juice. It's impossible to get it to stand up forever. Huh? Well, let's go to smell the oil. Follow me. Well, we produce 5 different oils. This one is made here in October. It's our first day's one. This one is made in November. 2-3 weeks later, it's our most versatile olive oil. It's a little milder and sweeter than this one. It's the one you have tonight on the table for dipping. It's excellent. This is our strongest oil. We call it strong, and the oil is bitter and peppery. And it's really bitter and peppery. For those people who love strong oils, or when you have to, maybe, for example, you need some oil for cooking or to pasta, barbecue, spicy food, intense meals. Excellent. And we also produce 2 infused oils. Orange infused, vanilla infused. You will find all the oils in the buffet tonight, so dress your salad as everyone. But we are going to smell the November one. To smell this one, you have to hold the glass in your hand like this, don't open, and try to warm it up with your hand. It's not difficult today. Warm it up like this and move it slowly. Okay, I know this is a way to know if the olive oil is extra virgin or not. When you smell it, when you smell any olive oil, if you recall, if you remember the smell of any fruit, any vegetable, or the smell of a grass, fresh cut grass smell, for example, okay? That's extra virgin olive oil. Those are the smells we have in the oils. So if we do everything well during the process, the result is a very grassy, fruity, and green smell. Try to remember now the smell of a green tomato.
Green tomato.
Green tomato. Green tomato. Fresh cut grass. Green. Green apple. Open and smell. It's not magic. It's olive oil. Fresh, green, grassy, fruity. This is extra virgin olive oil. The smell is like green tomato. Fresh cut grass. Green fruits. Okay, it's perfect. The oil has no defects. If you open any bottle of olive oil and you smell like vinegar, wine smell, vinegar smell, rancid, dirty, humidity, cheese, wood, sand, anything else, no fruit smells, no grassy smells, no green smells, that's not extra virgin. Extra virgin olive oil must be like this. Okay? Green, grassy, and fruit.
Next question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
How do you infuse the vanilla into the olive oil?
The orange one is infused with the orange skin.
Yeah.
So we put a basket, a steel basket in a tank with 30, 35, 40 kilos of orange peel,
Yes.
mandarin, navel, and bitter orange from Seville.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 weeks more or less, after 2 or 3
So
weeks,
it's all sitting in the beer.
take away the peel, everything, mix it.
Yeah.
And the smell is like orange. Okay, later in the dinner, don't forget to open the bottle and smell it. Sexy. The vanilla is the same process. We import vanilla because we don't have vanilla in Spain. We have to import from Tahiti, Madagascar, different places. We open the bean, we take out the seed,
Yeah.
and then we have some tea bags to put the seed inside, and then it's like infusing the tea, but it's a cold process.
Yeah.
We put the tea bags in the oil for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and that's it. It's a natural process. So you have here 2 natural infused oils. Excellent for salads, for bread or marmalade or jam, fish, a lot of different things. Ice cream. I have surprise for you tonight. It's the ice cream. It's really hot here. I'm hungry, so let's go. Thank you very much.
Beautiful, that little chocolate chili.
What? Oh, okay.
You'll have to use some of his spray. Well, he's got old now, he's a bit Alzheimer's. Oh, Alzheimer's.
I'll still be eating when it's time to go, you know.